I am not enjoying myself today. I have to finish up this website that I built for my client on Webflow, and I got the Webflow done by somebody else, and it's pretty messy and it's really hard for me to, get it to do what I want to do. And so I'm really struggling to do this. I'm like coming up with excuses to do almost anything else but the stuff that I have to do. But I'm fighting through it, and I want to get this done hopefully today or tomorrow. But here's something that happened. There was something in Webflow that I couldn't figure out why something was happening. Text was not warping the way that I wanted. And as you know, Webflow is, you don't have to code in Webflow, you don't have to know code, but you have to understand how things work because you build the logic in it. And something happened that I couldn't really figure out why it's happening. And so I did what I usually do. I looked up Google, couldn't find a solution for this. Looked up in the Webflow forums, in community, which usually solves most of my problems. But once I couldn't do this, I was really stuck because it didn't look the way that I wanted to look. I had to present it to my client and like in a couple of days, and I wasn't really sure how to progress. And so I know that Webflow has usually great support, and I know Nelson is the guy that runs the workshops and does the video for them, and he's also doing the customer support. So I just hit him up. He's usually super responsive on Twitter or email or whatever. And I told him, look, can you take a look and tell me why this doesn't work? And what's great about Webflow is that you can actually share a link to the editor so they could literally look inside how you build it and tell you what's wrong. And so really quickly he came back and told me, here's how you fix this, and that just worked. And to me that is so amazing, and the reason that it's so amazing is because none of the other tools that I work with doesn't have support like that. I mean, if I can't get something to do in Sketch, go figure out what you have to do, right? And if I would build my website on a different platform like WordPress, for example, then yeah, there are communities, but nobody's really gonna kind of hold your hand and make sure that you get what you want done and that everything looks the way that you want it. Or you probably have to pay somebody, kind of an expert or somebody, to solve your problem. And for me, working with Webflow and having great support and making sure that I can do everything myself really gives me the liberty to really do everything myself. So just wanted to share this with you because I think that customer support is something super important whenever you're choosing to work with a tool, a product, or whatever. I'm personally taking customer support in Prospero super seriously. I do that myself. I respond to everybody. Sometimes that happens over the weekend, sometimes that happens in the middle of the night, but I try to do my best because I know that the experience of great customer support is super, super important. And so I wanted to share that with you. Anyway, I'm gonna try to fight this boring things that I have to finish up and then head out to my client for a design meeting.
Everybody knows that after eating a big lunch you can't really be productive, and so I decided to take my son for a little walk, digest the food, and just enjoy the super hot weather.
There's a war going on outside.
Alright, so this day's over. Can't say that it was super fun doing client iteration and stuff. That is, yeah, you have to push yourself to do that, but it's one of those days, and even that was done. I think I'll finish the website in Webflow tomorrow, so that'll be great. I've been thinking about this, and I probably can imagine some people in the comment might say that since my channel is sponsored by Webflow, so maybe I'm a little bit biased and this is not like a completely honest review. So I just want to say that obviously I love them and I'm biased, right? But I'm a customer just like anybody else, and I'm not trying to push anything on this channel, and I've been doing completely my own stuff, and actually lately I haven't been talking about Webflow at all because there's just been so many things going on. So please believe me that when I take the time to say that something is great, that's just purely because I personally had a good experience with their customer support, doing a website for a client that is actually going to pay for Webflow and everything themselves. So I hope that you find this, I think it's super honest. I hope that you don't blame me for being biased or whatever. But it is what it is. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you next time.